Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Off we go in New Orleans. The return starts from the 5. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he's going to be stopped up at the line to begin this ball game.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Madden. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. Looks like the Saints have come up with the football. They did.
Recovered by the Saints.
So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with design out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Here's a handoff to Miller. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At the 48-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2. Here we go. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it. So not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact the drive keeps going. It's a first down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with him again. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, a Saint was able to get on it quick, so they're going to keep the ball.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Now a 3rd and 2. That one is complete, and he will have the first down. The line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
22-yard line.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They face 2nd down and 7. Handoff here, up the middle. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal. Tackle made at about the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4, and now he's got his offense set up here early with 1st and goal.
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Miller. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
Complete to number 26. A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Here it is, a zone read. He will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, the magic of having a quarterback who can get it done, especially the zone read. Hey, you lived this for many years. You know how effective this can be.
Yeah, it's especially true down here in the red zone. It could be a real weapon when you have a quarterback that the defense has to account for. In this case, the defense doesn't account for him, and he does the rest himself.
The try here for the extra point. It's up and good. Saints will take a 7-0 lead.
Saints 7, Giants nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And And he is stopped
The
at
Giants
25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25.
The Giants offense ready to possess the football for the second time. To try to hold on to the football this time. Had the fumble on the opening possession, which led to a touchdown. So they trail early as they get it back 1st and 10. Start on the ground, and he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31.
Down by J.D. Bertrand. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Big opening up the middle to the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
That was a special run, Mike. I mean, it's just rare to have that combination of contact, balance, and strength to not only run through the contact, but then to also have the speed to break away once you get into the open field.
Point after, coming up here. He's got it. And the Giants will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down
at the 37-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball. Everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Now, he'll step up and run, and he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Catch made right side. High Thomas. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
2nd and inches. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The tackle by Leo
And just
Chanel.
like that, you go from 2nd and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in 3rd and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Can't beat those legs. 13 yards pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. All even on the scoreboard. More from New Orleans after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins, as they've got it with 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 2. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That one too far over the end line. Overthrow. It is incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Now give on the ground, and he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
Behind the line of scrimmage. The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. He'll try and get, and he's in! Touchdown 6. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Extra point try for Vizcaino. It's up and through. And the Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Giants 7.
team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's Manning. Quick throw, taken in. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. To throw, it's Manning. And they'll work this close to a first down, a tad short.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a yard. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll go with the sneak, and he's going to have the Giants' 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
1st down.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this 1st down, and that's exactly what they did.
He'll take off again. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's another Giants 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, New York.
They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw is Manning. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Incomplete. Coverage by J.D. Bertrand.
Third and long. To the air is Manning. He's got his man, that's Slayton. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you, the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a 1st.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. He'll get about 2. J.D. Bertrand able to bring him down.
The 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Looking to throw is Manning. The second down throw is incomplete.
Intended for number 80. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 7.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Neighbors in motion. On third down, it's Manning. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 88.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
The Giants field goal unit out on the field. This one from 54 yards out. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are back within 4 at 14-10.
10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The right side to Olave. Put him up and down, just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll turn and hand this one off. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
A 3-yard loss on the
Clearly
play.
the play caller
It's
here is
fourth
thinking
down.
that the defense is going to be completely zoned in on stopping the running back, thinking he can catch them off guard with the quarterback keep. The defense was prepared for both guys, and they now force fourth down.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get it out of bounds. The Giants offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
from the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And mark him down up beyond the 30.
12 yards.
It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Giants.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On the play fake, here's Madden. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now, Manning. To the sideline, that is caught, but he's out of bounds. They tried to get him into space, coming out of the backfield, but instead it's incomplete and 3rd down.
The receiver did his part. He creates really nice separation at the top of the route, but he just runs out of room on the sideline. I think the quarterback's thinking, get that ball out of my hand a little bit quicker, and I got myself a completion.
He's going to let it fly downfield for Beckham. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again.
At their own 30-yard line.
To throw here to begin the drop. In trouble, and down he goes.
Everyone loves to talk about the impact these pass rushers have in the passing game. But really the fastest way to the quarterback is actually up through the middle. And when you can get that type of penetration like they did here, Mike, you're bound to blow up your fair share of plays.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to New Orleans after this. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. A fair catch. He's going to call it, take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They go play action with Madden. That one is caught. It's Hudson. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
At the 37-yard line.
Now Manning. This one into the hands of Beckham. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
And the Giants.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Manning. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. This one intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Alabama. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
Yeah, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a 1st rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
37-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards. And most importantly, a first down.
At the 23-yard line.
1st and 10. New Orleans, 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. The Saints now going to try a field goal here. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Saints tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
It all comes back to the turnover, and that's why this is such a critical emphasis for all teams in these situations, Mike. So you're trying to steal some points before the half on offense, but now you end up giving the ball back to your opponent, giving them an opportunity to come away with some points of their own.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Manning going to throw to start the drive. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll start the drive with Miller. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. And he comes through with the grab and the first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Peeling forward for maybe a yard. Abdul Carter there to bring him down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third down and 9. Back to throw. He'll try to run for it.
The quarterback on the scramble. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
The Saints now going to try a field goal here. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will extend their lead.
Giants 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25.
The Giants offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. His drive will start on the ground, and he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Back at the 22-yard line.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Checking it down, this one is caught. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. That's going to bring up 4th down.
A 10-yard gain.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Saints offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Get it going on the ground with Miller. And this will be a Saints 1st down as he is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. A pass taken in by Miller. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Now, faking the give. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Saints 1st down. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 12. A handoff as they try to run it here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and 13.
No help from those last 2 runs. It is 3rd and 13. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 15.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
The Saints now gonna try a field goal here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Saints will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Giants 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. To the air is Manning. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, that's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend that lead.
So that guy in the slot, Mike, yes, he has to have great reaction times. Yes, he has to have great quickness and speed. But because he's typically facing the shiftiest and highest targeted player on the opposing offense, he has to have great instincts. That's what we saw there. His reaction time and his anticipation allowed him to jump that route, get his hands on it, and snatch one of those targets away.
play action. He'll set up to throw. Catch made right side by Thomas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2.
The Saints will line up.
They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
So you give up a touchdown on defense. The question is, how are you going to respond on the 2-point try? Well, respond did they ever? Big difference giving up 8 than there is giving up 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The play fake, here's Manning. He'll step up and run this.
The quarterback on the scramble. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 1. One is complete, and they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
And the Giants first down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Giants.
Handoff here, up the middle, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that
one. The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Here's Manning. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
The Giants sending out their punter. On the return, it's Hill. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Here's a run going left. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And the Saints.
It's a pickup of 12. First down, New Orleans.
At the 40-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Saints first down.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll give on the ground. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Olave is the motion man. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
The ball carried by number 25. Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard. brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Try to run, and he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Manning. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point. He breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
This one into the hands of Beckham. It'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Giants.
This one complete right side. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and
9. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Manning. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. And he will have a Giants 1st down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
1st down. 2 yards on the play. And the Giants 1st down.
Now Manning. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long. Throwing now. Manning. A throw on the move is caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on 4th down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
They'll begin here on the ground. Then he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And the Saints,
they get 25 on that connection. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Giants' 40-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Miller. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To number 26. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
That's good for a Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They will run the draw play with Miller. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no
He was taken
gain.
down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up second and
Lost
11
one on the
at
last play, so now
15-yard
it's
line.
second and 11. Now this looks like a design run.
Breeze on the keeper. He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up third and 6.
He'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing third and 6. Back to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has the decision to make.
Oh, the hard count looked like they cut somebody to jump. If they did, they pick up the first down.
Automatic first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Hey, let's turn it up!
Still first down.
So this one, a win for the Saints. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.